Okay, attempt number 5. My camera is giving me issues, so anyway. Brake panel has been restored. It now has a nice sheen to it. Reflects everything around it. All the scratches are gone. That's Meguiar's plastics they use. Pretty amazing stuff. Decal came in yesterday, and so did the turn signal. Decal's on. Already it looks better just from adding that. Exhaust tips have been cleaned and polished. They look better. I attempted to clean the rotors with steel wool. The rear ones were pretty bad. I didn't get very far. Front one you can see is a tad bit better. But I mean the core itself is rusted. They're just caked in it. The bolts have already been replaced on this one. On the rear, the bolts are rusted, so that's what you get when you let your car sit in the sun for 13 months. Anyway, turn signal replaced. Can't afford the fog lamp. It's $100. I'm trying to get someone that wrecked their car to try to sell me one, but so far I'm not having any luck. Bumper. Besides the terrible condition the paint is in, the bumper itself really has no damage to it. It's the subframe behind the bumper that holds its shape and holds it to the car. This side didn't receive barely any damage to the subframe. I was able to straighten it out. Although for some reason that was destroyed and that was destroyed. So it doesn't make any sense to me. This side, the subframe is really mangled. I mean, this here is the wheel well. It's plastic. Oh, this is gone, but you can see how far the subframe's pulled away from the bumper, and it's like that all the way up. This was missing a bolt, physically missing, so the bumper was hanging like I thought it was. I had to remove a bolt right here from the wheel well to put right here so the bumper wouldn't be falling down. It's not sagging anymore, but because of the subframe being damaged, it's not flush. So I might have to take this to a body shop. I don't know. There's a bolt right here. It's stripped. No matter what I do, it will not get any tighter. I've even tried replacing the bolt, but I simply can't get to it unless I remove half of that mess down there, and that's surgery. Anyway, there's the rotor there. You can see it looks a little better. It's still covered in rust on some areas. Okay. I'm going to have rear tires this week. Those are going to go on there. I've already cleaned up the rear end, the suspension. It's all clean the best I could do it. Looks a little better. It was just filthy dirt, grime, dust, brake dust, all kinds of crap. Front wheels I'll have in about another week. These are going to be 50 ZR16s. I couldn't afford 50s for the rear, but the reason these have to be new is right here. The 60s are physically so tall they're rubbing up against this beam here, so it's wearing into the tire and it's also wearing into the metal. On the other side it's completely polished and looks chrome because it's rubbed up against it so much. Starter, I'll have it in about 2 to 4 weeks. The starter's Bendex on this car has just gone out. Half the time it won't crank with the key. So I have to get down there with a screwdriver across the poles. The thing is half the time when I'm doing that, you can hear the starter's motor turn on, but it's not catching the Bendex, so the engine's not even trying to turn over. All you're hearing is a motor spinning. So you quick give that a try and you go start with the key, and for some reason the key will make the Bendex spin. I really don't know the technical aspects. All I know is it works, kinda. I tried to start the car 12 times yesterday, and finally on the 12th attempt, the starter engaged long enough that the car turned over. I mentioned that the key I made for the car I had cut did not start the car. Apparently it has to be facing a certain direction. The looped end has to be facing towards the steering column. not towards the dash. Otherwise, it will not start the car. It'll just turn the power on. I don't see any significance in that. This here is also what Meguiar's polish did. These were completely frosted. You couldn't see inside them. The headlights barely even lit up the road at all. And after applying this stuff, they're crystal clear, and I can see the road at night. And I have brights again. I haven't had brights on this car in a year. Over a year. What am I even thinking? Anyways, I posted a video of the engine sound, and I got a couple comments on it. People asking me how much I paid for it for some reason. I have not replaced the cowling yet. I have put 2 more coats of plastic dip on there, but I have not super glued the mesh back onto the underside of the cowling. So they're sitting here waiting for me to do that whenever I get the motivation to do it. I've just been too busy with other things. Been trying to clean the rims up. All that came off of this one, and it looks better. You know, it's dipped in chrome, but you see here that the chrome is chipping and it's peeling away from the aluminum, which is starting to look sick. But I can't do anything about this because this kind of work costs a lot of money, a couple $100 to re-dip the rims. This is what this looks like after I've cleaned it. Looks significantly better. You can see this when the wheel is on the car and rotating, so every little bit helps. I can't think of anything else really. My tag will be here in another week or so. When that does, that Birmingham tag's coming off the car. See, right now I'm focusing mainly on getting the starter replaced. I don't have to worry about the wheels. Those are already taken care of. Wheels, tires, whatever. The starter I'm going to have to pay for myself, and I don't really have the money, so it's going to be coming from my spare change out of my checks. During this time, I'm going to be trying to paint the front and rear bumper because it needs it. Other than that, the insurance is what's killing it. My motorcycle was $1,500 for liability. This car is a sports car, a 2-seater. I can't even begin to guess what the insurance is going to be just for liability, so it might be sitting here a while after I get all this cosmetic and mechanical stuff done to it. So while it's sitting, I'll be replacing one hose on the car's engine with silicone hoses every week or so because the ones on there are dry rotted. My radiator downpipe is shot, so they've all got to be replaced. If I drive the car, it could go out on me at any time. Anyways, that's all I've got to say really for now, and my card's almost full anyways, so. People that are watching me on YouTube, you're welcome to comment. Apparently, I had no idea people were even watching, so hey.